Hi and welcome back to the channel. I feel like I haven't done this for months, actually talking to the camera, but yes. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day outside. I don't want to spend too much time in here. This radio, which I'm going to show you today, was left for dead. Well, sort of left for dead on the trading tables at the Radio Fest last week, and I picked it up for very little money. There was also someone selling a complete set of colours for this radio, and the lists 9 colours in on Radio Museum, but he had 11 colours. So there, it's an interesting radio. They made them in 1958 after a bit of a bitter dispute between, well, it wasn't a bit of a dispute, it was a antitrust thing in America, as usual, between General Electric there and British General Electric Corporation, or GEC, and they had to split themselves up and divest portions of the company and things like that. So they divested the Australian branch and set up Echo here. It failed, basically. It basically failed. They poured £1 million into it, which was a huge amount of money back in that day, back in 1958. They lasted 5 years. So this is a fairly rare radio. It was, only made for a couple of years, and I can see where they were going with it. I don't know quite why they set up a valve radio line when transistors were obviously the thing when they were coming in. That was probably one of their big mistakes. They tried to set up television, but that didn't work. AWA had been making radios for them under the brands of Hotpoint and AGE, or Australian General Electric. So yeah, it's sort of quite an interesting story. AWA obviously trounced the market with their televisions. Astor down in Melbourne here also were very big and dominated, and all the other little companies just fell by the wayside. HMV was another big company that was successful in making the TVs, but by the mid-60s there was a fraction of what had been set up in the 1950s. It's a 5-inch speaker in this. It doesn't sound too bad, but the reception on it is exceptional. It's a really good circuit. It's a very, very simple one, as you'll see, but it is really good at pulling in the stations. It's probably my best valve radio for performance, alongside a couple of the HMVs from the late 60s. Okay, let's get into it. Right, I thought I'd do this very quickly, get it out of the way. It's a bit grubby, although it is in very nice condition. I don't know why someone else didn't snap this up. So there's the tuning. So that's sort of yellowed. The perspex there's yellowed. I'll be able to brighten this up with the Bissell around the back. It's had a new cord put on it at some stage, although not recently. I've taken the screws out, but that's as far as I've gone. So we'll take the back off. There's a bit of a nest there. That has gone. It looks pretty full. It's missing a clip there. That's not a problem. Right. No matter where I put the Variac, it seems to be in the way of the camera. Okay. Right, we've got 200 volts on it. Dim bulb isn't glowing at all. I can hear it humming. Up full volume. I can see the 6X4 glowing. The 6AQ5 is glowing. Nothing from the 6AV6. Or 6BA6. Probably sticking my head in there. Aha. So we are getting something from then on. Is it just dirty valve sockets, perhaps? I'll stick an aerial on it. So the aerial is the outer one. This Philips and all its bit of as you can see probably in the background over here, that Philips thing is still on the bench. It's working on FM, but I still can't get the AM going. The oscillator's working and the front end is working when you stick a 400 hertz signal through it. Okay, what's it going to do? Oh yes, the aerial. So I'll disconnect the Philips. Oh, it is working. Huh. How strange. Not picking up any Melbourne stations. And the racing station here, which normally blasts in, is fairly weak. Okay, so it does need a good service. So I'll take it out of its cabinet and yeah, the volume control is gunky too. Yeah. Very strange how they only put a 5-inch speaker in these. You would think they would have used one of the oval ones from Roller at the time. Or maybe they were thinking of doing upgrades or other models, but they didn't sell well enough to justify it. I just have a loop antenna in the back there. Hadn't noticed that because of the angle I'm on. Alright, these knobs are a bit hard to get off, so I thought I would try the method that Manuel uses. Of 2 teaspoons, although this feels a bit on the... Okay. Well, it certainly works for that anyway. So that'll come off easily, yep. That has been chewed out over the years in the centre. We've got the felt. We'll try the tuning. Yeah, does work. Well, that seems good. Yeah, we just have 2 screws, not 4. This has been damaged along the bottom there, but that really doesn't matter. It doesn't make it perfect enough to sell as mint, but this one will do. This one's perfect. Very short screw there. And this one probably isn't. Oh no, there's a short, longish one. That's the same size. Oh, yeah, this should just lift off with any luck. No. Is it attached to? Nothing. Oh well. Yes, this is very filthy inside. So straight to the laundry. As you can see, I'll be able to take the grill off. Oops. I can take the grill off and the dial plate, and I can give it a good scrub and a polish. Yuck. Okay, let's have a look under the chassis. Nothing could be simpler. Bring you in. So we just have 224s in there. This one is not going to give up the secret easily. And an 8. Got a couple of polystyrene caps, which are very good. They don't go out of tolerance. And 2 paper caps here, which look to be in reasonable shape. They haven't melted. Yeah. So I'll be able to knock this one over very quickly, I think. So I'll do that and I'll be back. If you watch this little wheel here, what it does is it gets to a certain point and is it going to do it? Yeah. So I don't know whether you can see that, but it's crossing over and then it's not going anywhere. So if I come back, yeah, it's untwisted itself. If I go back down again, yeah. Yeah, so I've got to work that out. Though it doesn't seem to be doing it now. Oh, there it is. See, it's crossed over. I don't know whether you can see that. It's sort of tangling itself up and getting stuck. So it does it at various points. So the tuning gang is not closed fully. When I was doing it down the other end of the dial, it was sort of half open, so I want to sort that out. It doesn't look like it's been restrung. So I don't know whether it's, because that looks pretty original. It's got the original wax and on it. Yeah. Okay. I'll try and sort something out, but it might just be need cleaning and lubricating. I've oiled the bearings in the tuning gang and cleaned up the idler wheels for the dial cord, and I've also cleaned out the, that's a bit too far, isn't it? It's better. I've also vacuumed it off and cleaned the valve sockets. So let's see what that has done. So I'll turn on the Variac, and it's at 220 volts at the moment. I've also noticed there's a lot of foam around here, which is disintegrating. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So it's all lit up. Here's static. I haven't done the volume control yet. Okay, so it's now picking up Melbourne, if very, very faintly. So it's 6AV6. There's still a bit of a problem, the socket on it.
With $786 million worth of prizes, who knows where a meal at Macca's could take you? You could win a limited edition Murph Batman electric scooter or fuel for a year from Ampol. Download the My Macca's app and play today. Ends 24th October. For full terms, visit mcdonalds.com.au. Fully final. Now at Harvey Norman, save $1,300 on Samsung 65-inch OLED TV, just $2,995.
I think Harvey Norman must own half these radio stations, because they just play and play and play their ads all the time.
I mean, Ed is not when you talk to journalists. They talk about his honeymoon period, right? And I loved his response. Let's take a listen.
I don't know what your I don't know what your honeymoon was like, but mine didn't have me losing history of this football transfer window, me trying to scramble to get players into the fighting for everything I do, mate. My honeymoon was very relaxed. There's a reason that this is happening. There's a reason I think people aren't doing it just for the goodness of their heart. They're obviously encouraged by what they see. And I'm not going to dismiss that, because that's what we're trying to do, create a football club that the other supporters are excited about, that other people are talking about. So we've worked hard, mate. Yeah? Worked really hard. It's been really
Well, that's
tough.
not too bad.
Nothing like my honeymoon.
Don't you just love that? Straight talker.
It's an amazing
The next thing I'll do is clean these pots, and I'll replace the dial lamps, and then we'll give it an alignment. Then all I have to do is give the cabinet a good scrub.
He lost his best player, and they're playing beautiful football, and even Arsenal fans
That is full volume.
online going, I really like cams. You know, and this is a bit
So some of the valves are probably weak.
do say, quite like the way Collingwood play football.
Yeah.
You'll still hate the fans, but I love going on the football team.
Well, on Collingwood, Matt.
It'll be for what people deem as proper racing attire afternoon.
Hey, just on that, the new Andrew Jones is the relatively new CEO of Racing Victoria. He's very big on the more relaxed feel, the no tie, and I think a lot of people agree that maybe there's
That's,
a lot of starchiness with the races. As someone
That's
who's
full
come up
volume
with
again.
Feel, what do you have any view on the dress code situation of the races? Would you like? it to
It's
be
only running at 197 volts, so I'll bring it up
Say a more inclusive environment on
and shall put it onto full.
the thing that would be possible.
Oops, wrong button.
I'm seeing a little bit of what the PR is going to be for all the racing clubs over this spring carnival, and clearly there's a push to get more young people to the races and more what would be traditional, non-traditional racing people to the races too. So there's some active couple of months which are about attaining a new crowd. Maybe just focus to one of the
Away from kicking 100, and dare I say it, Collingwood look home.
Oh, doesn't it just bring shivers down your spine? That's the supporters, let alone Pete for you being a part of those moments. Matt, is Peter Dacos, he's the reason that you barracked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I right?
And the Australian girls, she'd leave 9 o'clock. Familiar in its form of xylophone, and you see in an orchestra.
I've got the lights on, so
Quite the same, isn't it?
getting the interference from that.
Well, I've reciprocated mine because I've taken up cooking, so hope that works.
Well, that's not too bad.
Look, thank you.
So I'll clean these pots out, and we'll give it a alignment, as I said. These have the curious light covers on them. They're just folded cardboard and stapled cardboard with a small cutout in it. Very curious. You'd think that they would, maybe not, but you'd think the heat would get to the globe. Right, I've replaced the globes, and I've replaced the globes, and we'll see what it's doing now. Both globes are working now, which is good. See if we've solved the volume control problem. It's very loose at the bottom end.
Good morning. Great to be with you guys. It's just phenomenal. I agree with you 100%. I hope everyone's looking forward.
This is Melbourne Station, ABC Melbourne. They're talking crap as usual on a Saturday morning in the football season. Not a big fan of football, never have been, especially since it went super commercial. Don't mind local games.
There's Rob Duxie joining us there. Scouters won $15
Matty, so make sure you follow that one in race 9, number 1, Steely at 20 to 1.
All right. Dartboard.
Yeah, dartboard, what are you doing? $100. Let's start with the Gold Rose while we're up there in Sydney. What are you having 100 on up
Oh, look at Sydney today. Can I split it 50 on that race and 50 on the Underwood?
there? You get 100 in each. That's
100 in each?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Stuff it. I'll have 100 on Moravia.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, working fine. I'll just do a quick alignment on it.
Cerevo's greatest fashion range for all ages, sizes and occasions. Label favourites like Black Pepper, Yarra Trail, Betty Basics, Elm, Bath and many more. Accessorise your look with a leather handbag. Plus Rinaldi's art, intimate apparel and bra fit specialists. At Rinaldi's you can shop online, but it's the in-store experience that people just keep coming back for. Shop local at Rinaldi's, Nolan Street, Maryborough, or from anywhere at rinaldis.com.au.
Attention Central Victoria. Harvey on the Bendigo. Spring clearance sale on now. Outdoor furniture is rolling in thick and fast. Come and secure your spot ready for the spring weather. Lounge dining, sun lounges and umbrellas. We have you covered. Bonus local delivery on Australian-made mattresses over $799. Harvey on the Bendigo. Spring clearance sale on now. Jefferson 3-piece fabric lounge going out at $1,999. With finance available for approved customers. See store for details. Harvey Norman Bendigo. Spring clearance sale. With plenty of free parking out front. 3 days only. Sale ends Sunday. At Creswick Tyre Power. With more of the world's best tyre brands for your farm machinery, car or truck. Save on big name tyres and get the best advice to keep your vehicle safe. Creswick Tyre Power is locally owned, giving you access to the absolute highest quality workmanship and continued care for your vehicle. Creswick Tyre Power has you sorted. For the latest deals and exclusive offers, visit tyrepowercreswick.com.au. Saturday afternoon and Talking Sport. The Sideline View on Gold Central Victoria.
And Care Day was the last one in. So Queen of Tayrona will narrowly hang on to win here in the middle. Number 6, she was valiantly hanging on to a narrow lead in the last few strides of the race.
So at 6 in a photo there with Adam, Queen of Tayrona, about $8. Liam Reardon is the winner. 6 and a photo at Tatura.
But mostly sunshine here. And they set themselves as well for the men's preliminary final tonight. Play reset in the middle. Moody goes out of in the ruck. It'll be cleared here by Dempsey of the Tigers. Hand pass to Egan, taken by 2. Just gets a hand pass away, picked up by Cox to Seymour. Cox dived on by 3 Carlton players.
Sounds striking is the knowledge shared. There are 8 forums dedicated to swapping hacking skills. And if you can't learn the trade yourself, no problem. There's always a Hackcock or fraudster willing to help for a fee or a cut of the profits.
It is very much
Okay, so it's working very, very well. Surprisingly well, actually. It's almost as good as the HMVs. It took very little to align it. A couple of the slugs were sort of broken, so I left those well enough alone. The trimmers were all perfect. So, yes, it's a very good radio, and just a pity about the dial and maybe the colour, but beggars can't be choosers for what I paid for it. I'll put a new power cord on it eventually when I get some in, and yes, so it's all done, and it only took about just over 3 hours, which is probably a record for me to fix a radio. From absolutely nothing or just a bit of hum up to working very, very well. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that jazz, and I'll be back next week with another exciting radio mishap. Okay, speak to you then. Bye.